All right. Hey guys, I'm Caitlin25, your Jackpot Games, your Master of None. And today we're going to do some relaxing and mystery busting in Ace Attorney Investigations with Miles Edgeworth. So, last time we had a very interesting clip pop up. I've already sent through the editor and yanked it out the bit in question, so no need to fear there. Because at the request of the person who was featured in it. So that's all said and good. Yeah, so I just gonna, no, I'm gonna shut the heck up and just get into it. All right. So last time we played this, I am small. I am small. A little better. We managed to solve a quick mystery involving Miles at Mr. Edgeworth's very own office when a corrupt prosecutor got caught in the act. Well, caught outside the act, really, for a crime of murder. We've handled it. We knocked it out. And the bad guy is caught with no chance of parole. Yays. All right, so this time we are going to be continuing on, and apparently Miles is going to be up in the air somehow, up in the air, or on a plane, or dealing with planes somehow, because it's a Turnabout Airlines on the screen. Let's go. Now, while I had played through the game once, that's it, just one time. No other time after that. The murder occurred in my office. The return of the Yatagarasu. Oh, I got that right again. Thinking back, everything began that fateful day 2 days ago. Two days earlier, yes, everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air precise. That's a little low for an airline. That must have been just landing. Thanks for flying GoU Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to your seats and fasten the seatbelts. A sudden swing of something? Spilled blood? And it KO'd Miles Edgeworth already. March 12, 6:13 in the morning. Flight G390, first floor lounge. There's a freaking bar and a lounge and elevator and a plane, all things? How big is this thing? Where was this crap when I was flying Frontier? And Spirit and all other airlines. Jeez. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out of it for 10 minutes. Slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seat and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. What's this? A travel wallet? It's not mine. How's someone else's travel wallet in my pocket? My head. Why won't the head go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later. Or hand off to an attendant. From earthquake to turn to an elevator. He does not like elevator for good reason. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full why. Well, why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. The DL6 mess. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how am I gonna let my past? How long am I gonna let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. What the? What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask you, please return to your seat. Yeek! Oh dear. Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What? What? No! What? You have it all wrong. It wasn't me. March 12, 6. Literally about half an hour, about 30 minutes later. Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I want your flight attendant today, Rhoda Tennero. Unfortunately, we just had a minor accident on this flight. Mr. Nervous, an accident? Don't you think we're stupid? I caught a glimpse that it was murder. But murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make a scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we're out of the area of turbulence, I ask you to please remain seated. But someone killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off. Please, there's no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. Ah, nuts. I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor, and I'm sure I am not the killer. Too true. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. So you say. However, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Flight attendant of honor? Alright, let's see what we got on evidence and profile. So we have his badge. We have the travel wallet. Looks like it's got some juice on it. Or something else. Body found at 6:15 inside the elevator stop on the first floor lounge. And a sky mag. Let's take a look at what we got. So, a couple of things to note. First thing first, the crime scene itself, the guy has a lot of cash on the floor. Well, the card, 2 cards, and it looks like a little Tanuki statue. It's a little blood on it. There's also a big old gash wound in the back of the guy's head. The Sky magazine features an in-flight into itinerary. Drinks, meals, and a movie. All times shown correspond to our departure time. Interesting. Oh, that right. I know I saw, and there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up. So we had the victim and Rhoda Tennero. Really? What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. Your situation, I'm concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not gonna just sit here and idly by and get accused of murder. Miss Tennero, is it? Yes. I wonder if you might give me a chance. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case? And a chance to ask what you mean by incriminating evidence just now. To accuse the pastor of such a grave crime without allowing him a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call the action righteous? You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Of course, as you wish. Good. Very well then, let's get started. I know the fact I didn't kill the man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. I'm sure it doesn't fit with how the crime really happened. Right into the, A testimony line. Great. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Okay. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are a killer. Not really helpful. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. Again, helpful. It was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon? I'm sorry, Mild Edgeworth killed someone with a wallet dunked in juice? So if you please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. Well, this is an easy way to butt crack. That's it? That's their evidence? Not really. It's hardly perfect. There's a gaping hole at the side of the plane. I like how the back of kind of links up with how Pastor's seated. Yeah. This is so easy. Sentence 4. Take that! Or objection in this case. Miss Tenero? What is the yelling all of a sudden? Fourth habit. Oh, it doesn't matter. Miss Tenero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood? Is that correct? That's all that blood. Drip. Just recalling the scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. The bang flop. I like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? The thing you saw me home when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Mr. Narrow. Now then, do you think I still think I'm the killer? Did I kill him with a travel wallet? As you see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you'd be so kind to take a whiff, I think you agree that it's only grape juice. Why is it always grape juice? That's right, you mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. So much for perfect evidence. There, that should clear up that pesky accusation. Oh, she's still holding back. She's trembling, and the tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I got her. There's no need to look inside, even if you can tell from his appearance that it's light. She's persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Mr. Nara, if you please be so kind to open the wallet and check its contents. Alright. Good. Alright, let's see here. KK travel wallet. Grape juice stains on the outer cover. True, it was I who dropped it in the juice. However, I didn't do it without your attention. It seems that this passport is all in here. As you saw, there's nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet with a murder weapon argument moot. Would you agree? What is it now? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. That's the victim. Type P, surname Hicks, given name Actby, and Republic of Bulgaria. Oh, not that place again. Bulgarian tunes, remember, for the apologetic game? This travel the victim. This makes it the victim's property. Wow, that's incriminating. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you? You tell yourself you claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. As you claim, the murder weapon is not a travel wallet. It is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? His money? So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. Money, huh? Oh, that was easy. Oh, by the way, I'd like to tell you a couple of features of this version of the game. First thing first, you got a ton of different. You can change its transparency a little bit. You can turn on reader mode, which is autoplay. However, there's also a secondary mode called story mode. This will automatically progress the game when enabled, including answering all the questions properly and all the evidence correctly. However, if you have it on, accolades will not pop up. That means accolades for Switch show up for the PS PlayStation systems and X, and if it's available on Xbox, there achievements there. So let's be cautious. Hitting the autoplay button, well, in test play mode won't do a thing, but in normal competition, it just plays out normally. So if you just want to read along, sort of just like push the button when it pops up, just hit the button, go. Now I can object to this. Objection! Objection with the crime scene notes. I wonder if I may get a word in, Miss Tenero. Miss Tenero, I was wondering if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. It's simply impossible for the motive of this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about this scene would prove that the motive of the murder is not the money? Very simple. Take that! If I might direct your attention to the things strewn about all over the floor. That's right, the floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these are the very things the killer was after. I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer. And I would think that the killer would know something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money. Yes, the wallet. You also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks' passport. If you are really insistent that it was a crime based on greed, then you claim it was all for an empty travel wallet. And we cracked it wide open. Yes! You lost, Plus the lounge was dark, and looking to the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hands for a murder weapon. I take no offense you thought I was the killer. Thank you for releasing me. Uh-oh. What is it now? Could you please translate? I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Bulgarian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said that he is giving the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well. You, the attendant. I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. What? I'm sorry, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it that you want? I'm finished talking to like you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held on arrest until we land. You, how dare you try to waste my time? You don't want to stuck your nose in my affairs. I want to spend at least one more at least. Let me try it again. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. In English, well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt. But I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinc LeBlanc II. I'm a very wealthy man in the Bulgaria. Wait, LeBlanc? Not that name again. Why is it always that name hit with crimes? I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer. A rich seller of beauty. Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout, I had to explain. I believe, but I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator, going down to the lounge. It was exactly 6 o'clock. And what's the difference at time? At 6, he said. Wait, you saw him at 6? You understand, I see. It's attendant. What time did you discover the body? Ah, there you go. Hicks name was the name, was it? And then I say it. That man Hicks was killed within the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at the time was this prosecutor, yes? Okay. Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching a movie, enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. I am still eating. Still haven't finished, see? That is a really big steak for a really interesting shaped kid. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way to content what you have put forth at this time, but it was not me. Oh, so you say so, but do you have what you say, the evidence? Are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain what you saw. Enough to give testimony? Oh, of course, I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing that annoying little small machine the whole time. Machine? Yeah, that's what you call it. People call it in English, yes? It will make me crazy, click to click. From the description, it sounded like something sort of small computer or a cell phone. Yep, there it is. I have to say, I did see him working on it quite a bit. A simple cell phone, a laptop, or not that I can see, but that's kind of low budget. I hate that noisy little machine at hand. Not a 5-minute beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Hey, our phones are not that bad. Anyway, I know what I saw. Yes, Scenario? Yes. I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I like the sound of that fox in the duck pen. It's fox in the chicken coop, you dope. It is fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I give it the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. If you wait until you arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. Now, okay. You're not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. We will see. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the scene. I am here to have Mr. Naro. However, there's one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural since as I am still a suspect in this case. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth every move. Hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no more foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you need my help with anything, please feel free to use X to talk. In other words, she's our assistant for the level. Time to head to the crime, the first floor lounge. Not right now. Excuse me, may I have a word with you? You there! You need something, please ask Mr. Roto over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you! I'm terribly sorry, since it's rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize, I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see that her salad cut solo that isn't red. What are you apologizing for? I failed in my personal duties by letting a pastor go hungry. I think I'll take my time later after I solve this case thing. Weird, I don't know why I do that bungee thing. I hope there's nothing wrong with my computer again. Ugh. I want to thank you for your help out there, Mr. Naro. There's nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standard with me hasn't changed one iota. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, we ask you to please return your seat at that time. So my time runs out of his and his crew's discretion. Does it? I have to find a way to discredit Ms. LeBlanc's testimony for time's up. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first class passenger come up forward to her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business economy, no one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff key card. And we found no record of key card used at all. Which means I have a first class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing, no one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered. Hang on. Oh, it's fine. I mean, it's just a game. Now, let's get started. Where should we start from? Let's start with LeBlanc's statement. The crime occurred between 6 and 6:15 a.m. During the interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. Where was the killer? What clues point to where the killer could have been? Acquire logic. We are to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business would be to gather information to win your trust. Oh, it's fine, okay. So let's see here. This toppled chair, yet another victim of turbulence. Oh no, look at all the great juice staying in the back. But this chair was extremely valuable. It was. Yes, the rocket pilot came to tour this plane. The rocket pilot sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, what are these rocker pals? I can't believe I heard of them. They're all the rage. The rocket pilots are an extremely popular international band. They added the pal part as they became more popular, especially among teens. That explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe she has to don't shoot about them later. On second thought, I can tell how confusing the competition would get. What or who is this? This is a mustache for the founder of Go U Airlines, Mr. Hugo Hughes. The one on the left is when he was in his 40s, and the other is in his 80s. Did the man age at all over the 4 decades? I need to script more. It's a spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it's spilled during the turbulence. Oh, let's clean up so someone might get hurt. Aha! I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in the scene? Well, it's pretty obvious what it is. Take that! The shoe print, so take that. They're a little spotted, but I think we can both agree that they are a set of footprints. So you think, yes, those belong to our killer. I don't think that would be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too small, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Good thought, though. The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid we must leave them closed. Glass and candles thrown in disarray by turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, though. But I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I finally started searching for a gas valve to shut off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I know, since I was unconscious for most of it. The crime scene itself. What floor did the elevator service? One of the first and second. Although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew key card. So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second, huh? More evidence. I won't rest until I inspect every suspicious looking nook and cranny. The body. I doubt anyone would expect to find a dead body in the elevator on this flight. She's really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't pulse her from the corpse right there. If you're really dead, then please answer yes. I see she's over the trembling now, although I knew something since it appeared. Anyways, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood in the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Hey, Mohammed's here first. Welcome, dude. How you doing? Even the glasses are broken. I want to hang off this lanyard. Something's missing from the picture. I just put my finger on it. How you doing today, Kingdom? I'm doing okay. I'm just playing some AceAttorneyInvestigations, enjoying my evening, that sort of thing. Although I have a very interesting bit of news. Apparently, yesterday, I benched my current computer and my new one, right? I benched it to sort of get a score out of it. See how well they perform and how they hold up. I'm good as well. Cool. My current computer is scoring lower and lower because it's a bit of an older build. It's going obsolete. It's like usually computers are obsolete by third, fourth year. Mine's holding up okay, but it's starting to go. It scored about 6,600 and maxed at about 1,500 around there. This has my 3090 card in it. My new PC, which I'm using my older graphics card in, scored higher at 9,000 something. I cannot wait to switch graphics cards and go full time on my new machine. It is going to be beastly, it's going to be powerful, it's going to be wonderful. Alright, let's see what's in Mr. Hicks' pocket. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Open mine, take a look at those inside. It's a picture. Looks like it's taken inside a building somewhere. Found photo of Mr. Hicks. Found his victim pocket. Sooner photo picture perhaps? I think I can figure out what was on. What's this? What is it? Seriously looking figure on the floor here. I thought for sure it was I Fly. This bank is a limited edition, so it's still popular. We're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop. But it's open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks by discovered. Okay. There's blood here on here. Could this be a murder weapon? Mine is strewn all about over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. Well, we're deducing something. I'm going to try something here. No, sorry, wrong button. I want to deduce this with the photo. Mr. Machine is nowhere to be found. His machine. His cell phone, Mr. Naro. So I guess because it's not here. Yes, I can safe, and I think it's safe to do that the killer took it. Nice. Oh, we haven't finished it? I already checked it there earlier, but never hurts to take no look. What's this? There's no grapefruit resin on the soles of the shoes, making it highly unlikely that Mr. Hicks entered the elevator after the turbulence. Oh, now we're done. Okay. These cameras often glimpse the sky, but the clouds, they tell me nothing. It looks like you haven't talked to the clouds. That's so. Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looks like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. These bottles and glasses must have been broken by turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Be careful in passing this area. Thanks very much for the warning. Alright, no matter how kind you are to me, know that it's not clever any suspicion I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. This grand piano is the prize is playing. It can play the music, whatever CD we insert into the CD drive. That not piano is more like an overgrown music box. But it's key to press along the music as well as there's really someone playing it. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. So let's see. Let's slap a lot together. Alright, this one's easy. Murder weapon. A statue of blood lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Yes. We deserve to master the obvious title. It appeared that this figurine was our murder weapon. Perhaps the Master Oblivious would be more befitting. Excuse me. Try connecting grapefruit to where the killer. Nope. I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. So because of that, I lose power. So it might be some evidence some logic bits I'm missing. A pity that a bronze statue knows not when the good drink has been spilled to his feet. Is that a hint of hero worship I detect? Let's see here. This door leads to an in-flight attention, but please understand it's awful. It's the house rather than personnel. With one perfume. One would think the perfume would smell great. However, it simply smells. Not to have any interest in what lies behind this door. Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. Alright, looks like I got all the points figured out. But I do notice that it is doing the weird... Alright. I don't think I deduce anything else here. I would never expect something like that by looking at you. Okay, there's gotta be some logic I'm missing here. Okay. Well, that connects. That makes sense. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, that's a different story. Maybe this? Let's see here. Hey, that's what I'll connect. I have it! I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. But really? Yes, it's that simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or the grape juice in the case. These footsteps here confess to me the very fact that someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you see the soles are spotless. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There's actually one other person inside in there. And that's complete. Oh, got some logic back on my belt. What's going on over there? Uh-oh. Here comes LeBlanc. And Dozy. Unforgivable. This is unforgivable. You understand what I'm saying? The movie is late. It's the same level of bad as the plane arrived late. The movie is late. The movie. Wait, did I see something earlier? The movie starts at 6, goes to 8. Huh. It's the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late. But the... Well, I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time. What a kook. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there's no man, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. This is the worst. This is the airborne Ken. Ugh. I've seen those crazy at the airport where I work. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove your innocence yet? If you like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? I'm not mistaken, merely that there's room for doubt. I'll be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself. Edgeworth versus LeBlanc. What I saw. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch were pointing to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusion seems to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the time, supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. If you can think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hurry, do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyways, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow. I'm fast. Alright, rebuttal. Ooh. I'm certain he saw in the elevator, okay. It was when the needles in my pocket watch pointed to 6 and to 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. You certainly has a lot of confidence testimony. If a push comes to shove, I may need to press him for more info.
Objection!
Alright, let's start by pressing here. Hold it. We need to hold it for Tangia, we really do. I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct? Oh, you know, it's very expensive antique, I will have you know. This feeling is wonderful when I fully wind up by hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. That's quite alright. Let's continue to touch one. What a cheap man you are. Now return the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock.
Hold it!
It is true that I found the victim body at 6:15. That's why I found two of you as well. See, it all matches my testimony. That doesn't help me, but does it?
Hold it!
Hold it. That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of. No. You're silly opinion what mistaken. Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you're both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. Wow.
Hold it!
Mr. Locke, were you able to get a good look at the inside the elevator at the time? And you are sure the victim was in the elevator alone? This last outburst is a bit too important to let up.
Hold it!
Press on this new statement. Was he really alone? Of course, I even bet even 1 cent. A cheap bounty for a cheap testimony. Well, if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 penny. So there's a bit of... It's here. I have to figure out what to present. Alright, let's think about this a minute. The only person inside was the Hicks guy. His shoes are spotless, so this is probably the best piece of evidence I can pull.
Objection!
Got it. And you know you get it when the music goes dead. Mr. LeBlanc? What is it? There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is a set of grape juice footprint. Footprint? Yes, the one that leads from within the elevator out to the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I am done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Arrow, squiggly, goat, fork, jellyfish, hat stand, Kamehameha, prey, funky 5, flower, hat stand 2, jellyfish, bug, what? Can you please translate for us? No way, that's totally impossible. I guess that's what he said. I know there's no other person there. I saw it with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think he's lying. I suppose he's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed to me? Round 2. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed my seat. Oh, I wonder what that was. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. I saw I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I saw there was no one else inside. No one. Mr. Long, would you please calm down? What? Dare you have an issue? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? Okay. Yeah, again, he doesn't appear to be lying, but I can't let the testimony stand out the truth. Alright, so he was very... Why was he so upset when Hicks passed the seat? So are you still upset now? It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. Why was he peeved about Hicks walking by him?
Hold it!
Why are you so attentive to the time? Oh, come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. The movie starting time? Movie? Is she talking about the in-flight one that I mentioned in the magazine? Yeah, I think so. The one that starts at 6. I get what's going on now. What just hit? Alright, so what Mr. LeBlanc is going mad about is the fact that this guy was walking by his seat around what LeBlanc believed to be 6 p.m. Look at the in-flight itinerary. That way. You can see that the movie starts at 6, so he was going off that time frame in his head. So I guess he was like extra ticked off and peeved at the fact that his movie wasn't starting. Whatever this movie happened to be. A summary of the plot and start time. Interesting. They were supposed to show license to love, laugh, maim, and murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever it was possible so I would not miss it. I even said I watched the destination time when I came on board. I'm sorry, what? I saw it twice. Great. The art guy is a moron. No, it didn't.
Hold it!
Hold it. Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you for a little more about it, if that's alright. The movie I wanted to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times.
Objection!
Yep, I object to that statement because guess what? It's not set to the departure time, the destination time, guys. The destination time, the key word here. All the time zones correspond to our departure time zone. Not the place. It corresponds to where you left. He said to the place where he's going to arrive at. I even set my pocket watch to destination time when I came on board. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination time zone, it would mean your watch is displaying the time of our destination. It's not even worth 1. I'd like to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance to with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule is also with that in mind. Mr. Nart, for conference sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? That's right, it was in a small Asian country, the Republic of Zhengfa. So right now we are still running on Bulgarian time. What? The time difference between Bulgarian and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Hold on a second. Looks fine. I get the game being funky. It would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to in-flight onboard clock. It also changed everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. Blew away. This should clear up all remaining accusations. Yes. Because Mr. LeBlanc saw that it's an error the elevator at 3. Which would mean the time of death could be anywhere between 3 and 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time? What was he doing? And you are... Why does that sound like clammy meal? And what is it you wish to say? It's 5 a.m., you know? What? How come you're so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were part of the transfer point. And the stop was made for refueling cargo transfer, right? This flight was making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo in Republic of Zhengfa between 4 and 5 in the morning. We ask that you all passengers remain on board at the time. Please thank you for cooperation. And during that time, did any passengers leave or any new ones board the flight? What about the flight crew? So basically, I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Yeah, I answered his call. I tell you, Mr. Ackby Hicks was there in his seat when he took off again at 5 in the morning. Alright, that puts the time of murder between 5 and 6 to 15. Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down almost as soon as we left the Republic. Unfortunately, yes. Everything that happened in the lounge. Is that you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? I simply feel that there's something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than the lounge? Yeah, this.
Take that!
These footprints. In which direction do you think these are headed? Correct. They're headed in the direction of the shop. You're right to point that out. They do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there's another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. This. The piggy bank. The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. And so there and only there is not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Is there no way to win with this man? If I may, what? You see, well, it's just that Mr. Edgeworth says. Well, it's just that that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And what was this? It's 5:40 in the morning? Isn't it just before we hit that patch of turbulence? That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence. Come think of it. Mister, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. And what is beyond that door? Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first, then to the flight attendant's room. She popped out, found Edgeworth a dead body there, and that's how she wrote. Yes, you seem really into that issue of Sky Magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I rarely recall someone when I was walking by. Well, I didn't take notice of who it was. Why did you go into the shop in the first place? Work, you say? Why did you not say anything about that until now, is what I want to know. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. But what is it now? No, I haven't forgotten. I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. Huh? Well, I just talked to the captain, see, and he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Naro? It means he's lying. Go on, admit you are. You say you have permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet here you are. You, in fight, what are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us? Pull the wool over our eyes, dude. The captain's calling you, Miss Rhoda. Oh. Mr. Nero, why would you do such a thing? There's something about Mr. Nero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the shop is my top priority. Alright, shop's finally open. So this is the shop. There's quite a mess in here. Hold on. You can't clean up a potential crime scene. I must address something here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. There's a very good chance the killer had paid this place a visit. Alright, logic. Let's see what we have. We have broken glasses and the murder weapon. What are these? That's how things work on this plane, but in the real world you try then buy. True, either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they board the plane? That is a good question. Anyway, see that? Just look at all the Captain Ugo heads painting on the thing. Cute company mascot, isn't he? He is certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Huh? I thought I was doing... I never showed any interest in it to begin with. Mr. Nero designed this. Well, it does have very sharp design sense. Mr. Nero designed it, did she? It's definitely not what I expected. Whoa! I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Meal. Letting a suitcase fully roll around has got to be a safety violation. Plane shake is caused in the roll. In-flight suitcase to place can be hazardous. And that's logic. Wait, you sell life preservers and vests when there's emergencies? I sent this shop with a one shop away from being sued. That's Troy, just like the one Miss Meal holding on display here. It really shouldn't cheap, which explains why the display is so haphazardly. I have been stuffed animal views when she says that. I swear I've seen like pauses. The glass on the display place door is shattered all over the floor. It looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually, I think there's something. What's this? A mini captain's hat? There's wide left of souvenirs for sale in these display cases. You know what I suggest? Sorry, I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip. I can't think of a single reason why I want to buy you anything. Try paying some attention to me when I ask you for something, and then we'll talk. Beautiful flowers. Oh, excuse me. So let's see what kind of logic we can yank out, huh? Well, the murder weapon is missing its whole hat, ain't it? Combine them. The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see. I believe the piggy bank was forcibly removed from the display case. Does that mean the killer broke the glass to get it? Yeah, really? Don't tell me you don't know what the things go. What things go where in the shop. Okay, so we got broken glass and a suitcase. But now we also have this. I won't rest on inspecting every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Wait, what? No. What is it? I touched the glass and cut my finger. It hurts. It hurts. Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. Looks like I hit the bullseye. I can deduce something though. Let's see here.
Eureka!
There's some very news about this. If the killer had broken the glass to get to the Captain Ugo Bank, there should be shards of glass inside the case itself. However, there is not a single piece of glass inside the case, which means that the glass is broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the surface and right to the glass. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at the time too. Which leads me to believe that the killer took the Ugo Bank from here after the turbulence. Cool. And she saw logs. Take your power out on your own time, Miss Meal, and listen to when I'm talking. But the murder occurred before turbulence, which rules his piggy bank out as a murder weapon. Yes, at this point, it is a very real possibility. This place is locked, so it's highly unlucky. Oh, who would that be? Why is she so intent and pointing the finger to Nero? We got more logic, so let's see if we can pull. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong here. Tell me, Ms. Meal, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention. So sorry. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper.
Listen.
Shut up, Navi. Yeah, look a bit uptight, don't they? Again, not what I meant with Meal. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are not the only things undisturbed by turbulence? Fine. I assume I answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. In close person, they really are quite hideous. She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. But I spotted something that's not quite right. Where are where's the caster blocks in this?
Take that!
Wheels. And then there are no stoppers in place on these. Without stoppers, one thinks the turbulence would have sent it flying. And so it is very likely that a suitcase was placed here after we hit the turbulence. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? Not $1,200 for a suitcase. Not exactly priced by someone with a conscience, I say. It's apparently designed by Miss Tenero herself. Design has a certain je ne sais quoi about it. Yes, perhaps this is the best way to put it. Appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look inside. A piece of cloth and it's soaked with blood. It appears that the suitcase is very strong side to our murder after all. Interesting. So explain this to me. What does the suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner, such as to move something perhaps. But aren't you just talking about cloth then? That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking. The thing I believe the killer used the suitcase to transport is... Oh, it's gotta be... Probably the body itself. Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? Cool, more evidence. But in light of this, I say Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator, but from someplace else. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. Exactly. What is it? She's again pushing on Edgeworth on Rhoda. I understand this sentiment, however, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I insist that I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under supervision, of course. Great. I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge. I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoings. Yeah, regarding what Miss Meal said reminded me about Tenero, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. Oh, that's part one. Save progress. Yes, yes. Running fine. March 12, 1 p.m. local time, Hope Springs Airport. I know that once we have landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. And thanks to mainly, I was able to present the scene. I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Tenero in private. I left wondering what was she up to? Why did she do what she did? There must be some way to continue my investigation. I've been expecting a mile Edgeworth. Oh boy. Francesca? I thought you were still in Germany. I go where I'm needed. And wherever there are criminals we caught. Her name is Francesca von Karma. The daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is the prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I'm placing you under arrest. What? It's quite frustrating, actually. I hope to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I have to take what I can get. Never thought I'd see the day when the disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame? Wait, it's all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding. I heard all about the murder over the radio from the captain myself. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Francesca, do you honestly believe I killed a man? I suppose I should reserve judgment till after I have investigated this for myself. I can put the arrest on hold till then. As it should be. To be perfect in every way, the fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. Well, I have my own creed I must fulfill, so that's when we solve it together. I have to get going. The crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I have no intention to. Gumshoe! Yes, sir. Ma'am. Whatever. Too slow. Listen up. I'm leading in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand? Edgeworth? Am I supposed to guard him? A simple yes or no, detective. Ow. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Just leave it to me. Poor guy. If you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you excuse me. Dang, she's nuts. Good to see you, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay. Thank you, detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious as to what Francesca is up to. Maybe to ask the good detective. Very well, in that case, I have a few questions for you. Okay, initial investigation. So how's the initial investigation going? We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office, and we're taking the statements now, sir. That sounds like Francesca. She's always good at responding to the case. I'd say she was a little too quick, sir. Oh, how so? Oh, I rushed on over as soon as I got word of the affairs, but somehow when I got here, Miss Von Karma was already barking out over everyone. I was kind of creeping as though she had news that there'd been a murder or something, and kind of answered with your flight to arrival. That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly and out of the blue, but I still don't know why she's here in America. There must be some backstory to all this. Okay, Von Karma. Kind of popped up to the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain incident. No deets? Kind of top secret, so she can't talk about it, even with me, sir. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, detective. Although I wonder if her case has anything to do with the mine. Anyway, that's all about the info. That's all the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate. Yes, it's high time to resume my investigation. There are talking to people involved in this case afresh. Look at me out from behind. I think I've seen this man something before. It's the leap man. Mr. Edgeworth, we gotta get him some water. So the Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Yeah. Complete movie as usual, sir. Back to the crimes, the scenes, I guess. Not that one. Bah. Oh. Oh, that's better. My mute wasn't working. So you must be the captain. Why, yes, I am. Who might you be? I'm the prosecutor. Francisco Khan Karma, and I have 2 questions for you. What are you talking about? I don't have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. I wouldn't bet money on your captain being much of a reputed person. Sure you don't want to ask the captain some questions, sir? He was in the cockpit at the time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyways, I like to leave that typeness to the Francisca and her whip. Whap! Ah! She really did whip off, didn't she? Alright, the first floor lounge. Now see here! Ah! Sorry. I'm sorry. How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be the criminal. I told you. Mr. LeBlanc. Oh, it is you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going. Oh, it's word vomit he spews, apparently. Time is money. I have 1 second of wasteful time to spend. Sure. Did you finish talking to David yet? Yep, all done, sir. I do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo. I want my cargo back. Your cargo? If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay. Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc in the art deal. So we got a bunch of stuff, a bunch of artwork down the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From folk costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts. Folk costumes? Speaking of Mr. LeBlanc's hat. A catalog of art piece of cloth. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, it's Burgundian. It is a Burgundian cloth. As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, is it, I suppose? Yes, of course, this fabric is so famous. Orders coming from over the seas for more. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier? No. My cargo is, this time is much gigantic. Ugh. This man is word vomit. Ugh. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved? You get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. The stubbornness of you, please. It is no good. And it is no good that attendant refused to exit the attendance room, too. What are you talking about, Mr. Tenero? Well, we got some more data. What do you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? She was taken to the attendance room for her interview. And they still not have come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished my own interview much earlier, quicker than hers. Why, Mr. Tenero, only one to take us so much time? Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to take down the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendant. Speaking of attendant, I'd like to speak with Mr. Tenero. Why am I granting permission to enter the flight attendant's room? Before I do, you still have to clear a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. Finally, actual challenge. Let's not complicate things and go to the most obvious conclusion. To see the crime is in here. In the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for attendance until the body was found, the only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect The likeliest suspect, Francisca. No, but it's not like you use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute. Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I have to break her line of logic fast. So her line of logic said that because I was in the first floor lounge when the body was found,
Hold it!
let's start with the pressing. You think you're being a bit rash by simply declaring me the culprit? I like my affairs to be simple and perfect. I'll show you me in both when I finish this whole thing within 3 minutes. So, ow! I only allowed 3 seconds to use the testimony to be uttered in my presence. I see she hasn't changed a bit. But I won't allow her to send me to prison so easily. Press this. This is what I'm really curious in. So tell me, Francis, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene? I know all that I need to know in order to arrest you. And nothing more. Are you saying there is more I need to know? Well, why do you whip me, sir? Sorry, Scruffy, my hand must have slipped. It appears Miss Francesca doesn't have all the facts of this case yet. Yeah, that is quite true, actually. The first video game console I ever owned was a handheld Game Boy Pocket, which was green at the time. So I screwed it up and broke it one time. And of course, being the dummy I was, I screwed up, broke it, and until I had a rage quit a Donkey Kong and tossed it at a bunk bed. It hit the metal rail, cracked the screen, and there I was in the lurch. All the facts of the case.
Objection!
The suitcase, here. Who we got? It appears you did not have all the information you need after all. I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop my investigating. A piece that proved the body was moved from a different location. The killer used the suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not the lounge at all.
Objection!
Now who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? Ugh. Excuse me. All you did find is a piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove the body was moved. It could be the killer who chose that suitcase as a good place to hide it. I expect you come up to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily.
Objection!
Hey, Luigi girl. Nice objection yourself. But you know the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point.
Objection!
So many objections today. Oh. Where's the proof that the suitcase was wheeled around? Right here.
Take that!
I saw it and it was there. I saw it was there and I had to. No problem. That's what it's there for. How we doing tonight? You doing good? Ugh.
Take that!
Alright, no real complaints. Hey, epic sauce. Ugh. I'm a little stuffed up the nose, but that's always me. And every time I take an allergy pill, I get a clear nose for an hour, and then 23 hours of bad headaches. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that for a bit longer. The suitcase. This means that the suitcase containing the victim body definitely passed through here. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I know. I'm fine right now. I'm taking a pill. I'm just a little bit stuffed up. Makes for good voice effect though. Like this.
Objection!
Uh-oh. You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the... Yeah, I know. I know the feeling. You prepared yourself and acquired that piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. And then you wait for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. Then, when the elevator the victim's body stuffed in the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hate to put the suitcase back where you had taken it from. Usually for my allergies, it's my throat that gets scratchy first, that my voice gets hit, then my nose and ears. Yeah, I know the feeling. Not a bad bit of water for something you thought of on the fly. Yeah. I have allergy shots. The problem is it only deadened my allergies. Made it so the reaction that I have to them are like weaker. Like in the past, I would have asthma and maybe watery eyes if I came to contact with my mom's dogs. You have prescription allergy pills? Prescription allergy pills? Oh man, that's awesome. That's wild. I don't. I've always used over-the-counter Allegra. That was in the past, but I got allergy shots. It deadened the allergies, and now I don't get wheezy or suck asthma or get watery eyes and itchy anything when I come in contact with the dogs. I'm like, oh, it's wonderful to be able to love the dog without having to seize up. So I'm okay. It's nice to be able to interact with dogs. Oh, I can only imagine. So I have to expose the flaws in our logic. Okay. Excuse me.
Hold it!
Alright, so yeah. Oh, then I'm okay. Not very hot in my office. That's kind of nice. I'm allergic to moles, so when the weather shifts quickly, it gets me. Oh. Yeah, I know that feeling too. I got a mold allergy myself. Fairly minor, but but where I live in Florida, so when the weather goes from nice, warm and sunny to cold and rainy to like within a drop of a hat. Oh, it sucks, doesn't it? Yes, it totally sucks because there I am. The weather does a massive power shift, and I'm like, but it's good to know when the but the weather shift is kind of nice though, because then when I got a headache and my allergies act up, I know that it's gonna start raining pretty bad soon. That's your life. Oh, I'm sorry. When it gets from, say, sunny to rainy and vice versa, it's like, oh, I can't barely speak my own stuffy. Yeah. I would say an allergist, I will say seeing an allergist does help a lot. That piggy bank.
Objection!
I think that's the point. The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony. I thought about that for years, but thinking about allergies aren't severe, mainly because it's just annoying as heck. I know that feeling. It's gonna be amended. Your legal prowess is something to be feared. Evidence and logic, essential tools that those who stay in the courtroom must learn to master. But what if there's a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? A fake? This piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. The time when the bank was taken from the shop is important. It was taken after the turbulence had occurred. I assume it was added after the murder when the killer fabricated the weapon. Look at it this way. The killer basically did 3 things after turbulence. After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick up the bank from off the floor. Took it to fabricate a fake murder by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personage and in my pocket, to be precise. Everything was done so I would be framed for the murder of Acme Hicks. Yes, ma'am. Other than pigment, was there anything else resembling my murder weapon found? I see. Well, Miles Edgeworth. It appears your stall tactic at end. If the killer had wanted to hide the weapon in the first safe place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside the suitcase, it seems to me that the killer had not prepared a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means the real murder weapon is either still on the murdered personage, or still the real scene.
Objection!
Oh, here we go. There's one more possibility. That would be... Ooh, wrong button. That the piggy bank is in fact a real weapon. But didn't we just... Let me finish. The killer took the bank out of the display case before the turbulence by opening the lock on the display case door. And at that time, the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning. About the perfectly reasonable line of reasoning. What is with the grammar crazy in this game? Let's see, so that means the killer had the key to the case. Francesca, the person you're talking about, not so mad, I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying. Ah, Tenero, she's going after Tenero. Bigwood, I recall you also wanted to speak with her. Yes, very well, permission granted, but only if I can sit on your interrogation. Do we understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her, but you are welcome to accompany me if you so wish. Mr. Tenero is in the flight lounge, tennis room. Let's move. Let's see here. It looks okay. Ooh, the flight attendant's room. So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission? Deviating with the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know. What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Scenario. Can you please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did? Captain's permission. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission. What do you mean? The captain, he only had the ear for Cammy. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seemed to be rather taken with this meal. Yes, on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thank you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Alright, you were in the in-flight shop just for the turbulence, right? Please answer honestly. Yes, she was. And why were you there? Well, why was sudden hesitation? Francesca seems struck a nerve. All I did is go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it's for work then? Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After you visit the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, there isn't much else to tell. She claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. But is that all there is to it? I should ask you about that thing. If you could please take a look at this from you, Tanaro. Oh, that suitcase. Yes, about the suitcase. You're the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured out something else about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Would you please tell me more about the suitcase? I'm sorry, the last one there? The last one there, what? We got more testimony. So you're saying to Nero that the suitcase in question was the last one? That's not exactly the impression I got. Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. I didn't say anything about buying it. I'm sorry, I can't. Well, that is... How should I put it? It's hideous. Oof. Maybe it's a bit too direct. Moving on, my issue suitcase isn't the design, but it's the number left. There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2, but that's impossible. I'm sure there's only 1. Something amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, De Niro, what is one of those suitcases doing here? I thought they said there's only 1 left. That one is the... It's fine. There. She used it for a long time. I think not. Mr. Nero, I appreciate you wouldn't lie to me. I don't believe for even 1 second that you used this for a very long time. What proves that this has been used for nearly as long as she says? Take that! The freaking price tag! Who leaves the tag on it? Is it also your habit to leave the price tag pristine on your suitcases? What does it mean of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase? Despite having faith in the design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth becoming increasingly clear to me. Mr. Nero, I think I understand. I know you are trying to hide. Now, the suitcase was originally in the in-flight shop. See how the price tag is still on the case? Well, I can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person who bought it was... her. It was you, wasn't it? I hate to say it, but this suitcase that you designed hadn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poor the design you poured your heart into was selling. And you were deeply hurt. That's why you want to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry, all I really have my job. But the suitcase didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? All because, as you put it, hideous. I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either. Yeah, if you can only buy a suitcase while up in the sky, it's not a problem, don't you think? We weren't selling a single one. They were just sitting there collecting dust. Oh, so bad for them there, day in, day out. So I buy one for every flight I work. You buy one for every single time you work a flight? I see. In order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yep, here's my receipt for that purchase. This receipt is clearly timestamped 5:40 a.m. Got it. The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the main one at the end of this flight. Mr. Nero, where are these other suitcases? They should all be down in the cargo hold. Then the suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the cargo hold. Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body. Mr. Nero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevators? And what about security? Which means the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspect. Yes, Francisco. And what do you mean by that? Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used a key card. Yes, that's the only reason. It's a possibility. Out of this meal? In order to make the elevator go down the cargo hold, a different key card is required. A different one. Yes, the only person who holds the adapter card is you, Mr. Lieutenant Nero, and only you. What? Is this true, Mr. Nero? Can you please show us that card right now? I don't believe it. What's wrong? The key card's gone. I really should jump out of that Discord server. I'm not doing anything in it. It's just kind of just sitting there being... doing nothing, okay? Very clever. Pretend that your car was stolen, and in fact, you're just trying to hide it from us. You really thought this through. But it's not like that. You can tell us all about what it's like down station. Offer, arrest this woman. What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Francisco, I know you're the lead investigator on this case. However... my throat is killing me today. I tend to do likewise. Oh, part 2's done. So my plan of action is I'm gonna try to keep these episodes, these streams set to the episode. March 12, 2:54 to 2:50 p.m. and lower deck cargo hold. Wow, this is a cargo hold, huh? It's so big. It is big, and there's all the suitcases. This plane is a special model. It has both super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So this is the real scene of the murder. There's certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigated, sir. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the crew. Should bring back memories when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. While I looked at his eyes, he wanted me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how much he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Aww. I didn't know this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. That thing is tall as 2 you docked on top of each other, sir. It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. What, really? Yeah, that sounds about right. If we don't take that the right way, that's what it's seriously directive. Holy suitcase machine. Oh god! Old school Batman reference, love it. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. These must be all leftover ones they couldn't sell. Very true. The one the company plans to dispose of after the flight is over. The paint job is really cool, don't you think? The dragon scream artsy. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure you're bringing much happiness. You think so? Maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200? I think I'll pass. And Miss Tenera wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs to buy one. Although, it definitely looks like one is missing. What's this real substance that's definitely... Glass fragments? Interesting. Glass fragments? I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim is wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure those shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lens. There we go, the victim is here, just like as I suspected. So you're saying that the real scene of the crime is here, sir? Isn't that what I've just been saying for a whole while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Hey, what's in the suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir. So this suitcase belongs to Mr. Hicks? I don't think he might have taken a look. Nothing out of the ordinary here, sir. Wait, a file. There's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. It looked like a profile of Von Karma. Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her? All sorts of boxes pile up here. This one says flammable. This one says pharmaceutical. This one says for excess use only? This what kind of operation is the airline running? The elevator. Ooh, I just love pushing the button on the elevator to cross our signals. You should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, detective. It can't move. Oh yeah. Just nothing will happen. You push it now. Well, nothing will happen normally anyways. That's the key card. Both the doors to the 10th room and the elevator control panels require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. So he's just checking the rest of the room out. Okay. Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir, I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure he meant to sound so oblivious. Alright, Francesca, you're up. You arrived to see the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And then you immediately began to direct the investigation. Seems to me you were already here to prepare for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. Why this airport? I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime, but it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So I decided I should join a form of joint investigation with Interpol. Interpol? Ooh. Interpol's involved. It's a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Nothing I can really do here. Let's back out. Do I got evidence? Maybe they connected. They connect. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Gone Karma, sir. Francisca said that she had come to the airport as part of an Interpol investigation. I think he's still missing the obvious. Ooh, maybe Mr. Hicks heard she was coming here and she followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was actually an Interpol agent Hicks. I'm not getting any more out of that. I'm gonna leave. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Yes, she does. Brian Hicks, you came to the airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? We found a profile dealing with information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose to prepare for him so he recognized you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then. Smuggling ring. Ooh. And Bulgarian? Oh, 2 hours, okay. Let's do a stretch. Good joint health. Which is just better for allergies. He went undercover to investigate this crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. Never expected to receive a call about a murder instead. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. But what are they doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Gets whipped. Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. And I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue it? No, unfortunately, I was going to find out him after he landed. Let's see, but this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo holder on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glasses fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. Then, the killer put Hicks into a spare suitcase, then they entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, turbulence! Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Getting closer. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. I know you're thinking, Miles. But the killer can be none of Miss Rhoda Tenero. Alright, testimony time. If it was a crew member, then anyone could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is that the key card that allowed the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that that's a pretty decisive piece of info, wouldn't you? So, her point here is, I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not sure it's simple as that. So what Francisca is trying to say is that because Rhoda Tenero is the only one who had the key card to get into the cargo hold to let Hicks in, she's the likely suspect that did the killing. So it falls on her. But that cannot be right. Either she's a really good actor or she really did react that badly to a dead body in the elevator. Like she didn't know it was there. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown hits to the cargo hold. True. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allowed the other to come down here.
Hold it.
But it's highly likely that the key card was stolen from the scenario.
Objection!
It's highly likely. Is that possibility the best you can come with? You call yourself a disciple of my father. Ow. Nah. Yes, well, I don't have any evidence. Be quiet. You're a disgrace. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Hugo piggy bank? Further, the matter of the key to display case to hold the murder's bank. On. Give me a minute. The Hound had a found side of a display case in the in-play shop. I wonder that fact that they ain't bearing on this case. There's some blood on one of the corners. Could this pretty much be the murder weapon? I'm gonna present here.
Objection.
Nope, I flubbed it. I flubbed it really hard. Ow. Let's try pressing instead to get the extract the area info.
Objection!
But that is a fake. Oh, here, I knew it. Stop right there, Miles. You don't have any proof this is just a red herring. You must keep on insisting that it's fake. Then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Useless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know we searched the entire cargo hold and came out empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. We already ran the piggy bank, because that's kind of pointless. The crime scene, this is supposed to be a crime scene, but they already investigated it. The body. Francisco, I think you're too quick to jump over your conclusions. Yes, we don't even have the autopsy report yet. How can I say you made a snap judgment when you haven't yet to even see if the wound on his head is consistent with the murder weapon? Stuffy? Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the result of his autopsy. Yes, sir. Well, that's... I feel bad for all the people in that police department. They get whipped by Francesca a lot. Uh-oh. What is it, detective? They're still doing the doctor. They said they already know one thing for sure. The doctor is one gigantic bruise from a beam from the shoulder down to his mid-back. From the shoulder to the mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area? Wow, that's a bump. So, body-wise, that's from about shoulders here to about halfway down his back. That's a good solid foot of body that got whooped. Maybe about 2 square feet. Yeah, that's a big old bruise. He was beaten in such a wide area. Well, was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? You're completely useless. Get swept. Poor guy. I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. What is all that racket? My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand I have a little patience. I suppose there's no choice. Well, I think he gave... Hey, what you... You have left me no choice but to use strong force. You won't get past me. Boom. Wait, that's it? So that's what this whole thing's been about? Further, the match is a key display case that held the murderer's bank. An epiphany. After all, you know we researched the entire cargo and came out empty-handed. The dock says one gigantic roof from a beam from shoulder down to the mid-back. Oh, that's ugly. Nope, that ain't it. Just don't fit the go quite right. Ow. It's not that. Try that instead. There we go. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence. The bruise from the shoulder to middle of the back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to cause that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. Connect those pieces of evidence. The logic, sorry. If we're looking over a rather large weapon, you'd think it'd stick out. But so far, I haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Francisca? I just found it. I found the real murder weapon. He really did jump. We didn't realize it now, but the answer has been right in front of us the whole time. No one cares about LeBlanc. He's weird. This comes from a posse with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. You turn around and listen at all, are you? Come on, then show me this real murder weapon you speak of. I don't have evidence to show. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool, for a foolishly foolish fool who meant to fool me. What is all the fools? What do you mean I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should phrase it as that which caused H6's death is incorporeal. Look at me, I do believe I figured out what was the real cause of death. Free fall. The victim fell from a great height and died as a result. No, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only possible possibility. The victim had an extensive bruising on his back, of his head, and his back. And the only rational explanation for the injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Why are you saying there is some place in this plane in which he has fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of the very cargo hold. What? Then we're in trouble. He may have a second death on our hands, sirs. Hey, you! Tell me you're not dead, pal. Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Now, Papa, Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man lived proof of that. I suppose that it's not possible given the circumstances. The current ones. What's that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? It would have been a Bulgarian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there and still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there, so there's no point in changing your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there. This was a giant window of time, and that giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What can I use to show that the possible box was not always where it was, always where it is now?
Take that!
You refuel the Republic of Zhengfa. Yes, this flight has a short layover on Zhengfa in order to recharge. But that wasn't the only reason for a layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Ah, it's labeled Zhengfa Express. Correct. Meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was now here in the cargo holder in Europe Zhengfa regular ship's flight, making a clear drop from which Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched. Now allow me a chance to prove how very unlikely my scenario is. My first order of business would be to examine that piece of cargo in more details. Alright. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Ali Red Statue. Never heard of it. No, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Let's get investigating, sir. Look here. Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush on me like that, pal. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. The cargo. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc? Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Ali red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents? I just trying to calculate how many packs of news that makes, detective. Darn, how do you know it? How did you do that? I feel like you're getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have this impression that he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Mr. That's 10 million cents. Is that in euros or dollars? Doesn't make a difference to our case. Listen along. There is a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you allow us to examine it closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Oh, for Christ's sake. Wait. Smuggling? Art smuggling is a thing, ain't it? If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue is brought on board as Zhengfa. I think I need to question a bit further. About your statue, LeBlanc, I wonder if it might be a fake. How dare you say my art is fake? I expect your statue might be the target of the international smuggling ring. Don't say such fanatical things. Those thieves would not dare. Of course they would dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc. Why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read that. What does it say? It says, at the plane day, the cargo is put on the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Mr. Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue is brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the shirt. No, that's... Which means there's never a window of time where the statue isn't sitting there. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Whose signature is that? Then you have your wish. Look at yourself and be amazed. I've never seen this somewhere before. Wait. This is the Alley of Red? It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. This actually has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled in a museum in Europe, I brought it into this country to exhibit it. So $100,000 then? 10 million cents, 1 million dimes, $100,000. What are you closely looking forward to here? So this is the famous statue. What is it, Edgeworth? There's something wrong with the picture. We should examine more details. Is this spot somehow contain any of the evidence I hold? Yeah, big time. Take that! Eureka! These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do. It's just, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. I have memories. I remember staying out in the fields, spinning my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Eh? Ah! Sir, they're red. As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc, what do you want? Do you know I am a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The Alley of Red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It's the biggest trophy on this European trip. You know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. I grabbed here, sir. Something was going to be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I forget to inform you, you have my heartfelt sympathy, but what is that? Sympathy for what? You see, I like you compare the eyes. That large fella there has very bright, pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I want the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why the sun, now that, oh. Here's the photo of the statue on display in the museum in Europe. Ah! Now you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake! Gets blown away. I believe that even further examination would be required. Now we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board on Zheng Fa. I presented you my evidence that resolved the remaining contradictions. That's easy, right here. What's this? The statue looks like stepping all over his neighbor's cloth covers. Oh, that was almost attitude in a sense. What did you say this now? For my clothing helm is not being stepped on by anyone. It's too expensive for me to allow that to happen. Please forgive my trespass as my subordinate. Why should I forgive it for the trespasses? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it. Yes.
Eureka!
There's clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo cover getting stuck in another piece of cargo. Ah, that's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Suppose that the neighboring piece of cargo is brought on board in Zheng Fa. There is no way any part of it should wind up underneath something from Europe. Which means this fake statue is smuggled on board in Zheng Fa. But then what about the cargo, sir? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There is only one reason why. Secure proof of the smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say. But I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. He could just as easily inspect all the cargo after the plane landed. That's very true, but how you have it backwards, Francisco. Sure, he could wait till after the plane landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he found the fake at the airport. It would have been swapped it would have been after the swap occurred. At the time, suspicion would naturally fall on the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue had switched without his knowledge. Which meant there is someone involved who was forging or modifying cargo certificates. What? Love that recharge sound. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, while the photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to use as reference for document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had secured proof that the smuggling had taken place. She came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold, a rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all I had to do was hold the Zengfa cargo crew and the rest of the smuggler. Right, this only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe Zengfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which the Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer, move the statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now. Go on. After moving the statue out of the way, we tested the area with luminol. Oh, that's the old tool. And there was a reaction. I see, a reaction with luminol. In case there's blood in that spot. Stop looking at those servers. It would seem my deductions are correct after all. The culprit cleaned up the blood as well. How did the killer kill all the blood? With the cloth.
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. Because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. Yes, there is no conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zengfa, then this becomes highly suspect. I'm gonna say Miss Mealy. We called Miss Mealy to Agent Hicks in regards when we departed in Zengfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims he is alive at the time the service called, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who answered that is Miss Meal herself. I'm actually happy this is actually going pretty smoothly. Usually in-game runs of a case like this could last up to 4 hours on a stream, or 3.5. However, it's always the last case that is evil beyond rational thought. It can last a whopping long, so like 7.5 hours if it hits. Here we go again, Miss Meal. Miss Meal. Did you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service call that you departed for the mother? Hey guys, I'll be right back. I just realized something. I put some laundry in the wash barrel. It's been in there for a few hours, so I probably need to recycle. So, BRB, anytime, okay? Took a moment to the restroom with that too. Alright, so laundry's spinning in the dryer, so all I have to do is wait it out. But when you're answering some service call, that's when you were part of the file. Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in the seat at that time. However, it is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down Zengfa. Oh? Miss Cammy Meal? Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one can make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. Nah! This is going nowhere. It must be a better way to resolve this contradiction. Very well, Miss Meal, if you please tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 in the morning and 6 in the morning when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? This is gonna be weird. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Out like light again. And from 5 to 6, and then I was in. How's a man supposed to react to testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Oh, it's a full court press. Here we go, baby.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, wake up. No, she's not. Miss Miles, I demand you do something about this flight attendant in this instant. Why is being awake when you can finally put that whip to appropriate use?
FBI, open up!
Oh, God. Oh, darn it. I still have to do that stupid overlay, don't I?
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, the food is being served in first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 to 4. Yeah, but that kind of stuff run by Mr. Rhoda. But what were you doing in the tennis room at that time? Eating, having a most delicious dream. You mean you were neglecting your duties? I'm half tempted. Yeah, I'm doing it. Conked out. Why did you go after Gumshoe? Oh, a poor detective beam on the receiving end will laugh in your seed. Instead, you can make amends for that by continuing your testimony.
Hold it!
Hold it. So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one popped her head and say hi. Oh, I think that contract popped in to say hi. What should I do? Raise an objection? Raise it. Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Right.
Take that!
The receipt for the... I wonder if you could be so kind. Take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal. A receipt for what? It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct you to a timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 in the morning. Miss Tenero. Yes. Huh? Who's the killer here? I thought you had been locked her up by now. I request you be present as a witness so we can be straight out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in flight shop, correct? Mm-hmm. After which you went straight to the tennis room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at the time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between 5 and 6? And... good night. Miss Cammy meal. The bathroom. I'll be the one to ask the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. You take me for a fool. That's a little too convenient to be true. But the truth crossed my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue that. You don't believe me, do you? Please won't give me a chance to hear me out. What a nut. Look, I know you suspect me because I'm one of the crew. But you think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too? She's the one in charge of the elevator key card in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes him super suspicious. Super suspicious. What is wrong with my tongue today? Please be the scenario out of the conversation. Only you are on suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I keep an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. You want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of a lot. I mean, I have no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. No, that's not the time for this sort of talk. I agree.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statement regarding Miss Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. Ah, but say I wasn't a tenant. Would you suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it. She's already being detained for further questioning. Or have you already forgotten? No, that's who could have done it.
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal? I take care of the tenant's room. That doesn't count. Aw, but I spent so much time there, it might as well be my responsibility. Very talented languages. So she sits past us who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Bulgarian. She's the only one that's like who is fluent. What else could I have meant? She's fluent in Bulgarian? Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Bulgarian? Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Bulgarian. Very interesting. So, this?
Objection!
Then? So you're the only one in this flight crew that speaks Bulgarian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied Bulgarian for a while. If that's the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? Got her! This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who reads it to believe that the Sublime statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Bulgarian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the alley's bread could not have occurred. And she's sleeping again. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Huh? Uh-oh. She's in a desperate stage. Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having particularly into smuggling? No, far from it. It was true of the one signing off on the document, that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have there is my signature on a piece of paper. Really, all you did is sign it. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded on the plane properly. So sorry about that. It seems she's finally woken up. This is gonna be one tough fight. Suppose it's just a supposition. I can't pronounce that. Even if I was involved in smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder at me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of investigation regarding the smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he was killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is a smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane to work for work purposes. So perhaps there's some element of a setup at play in the case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I want to talk about you. I meant the killer. First, it was myself. Now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. Seemingly, a killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda's being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe she was the intended target from the very beginning. I believe the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence was to prove my suspicions. This is proof that the killer was out to frame her from the very beginning. What connects it to the crime? I think...
Take that!
Got it, the suitcase. The killer could have hidden the body anywhere. And yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it's to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way that all these actions make sense is the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero provides the suitcase for every flight she worked without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the trailers put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put a body back into the suitcase. There we go. They made do with whatever was at hand, adapted the plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from turbulence. The killer went to hide the suitcase in the in-place shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator or fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone like that badly anyways? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. Who it was? Oh. Ow! So is that who? Where? That's better. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. Tell me about it. So no matter what you do, the chance that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there's no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundary of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Meal. Only you and you alone could be the killer. Oh, okay. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still accounted for? Something I can't quite fit into the big picture?
Take that!
The phone. It's the only piece of evidence I don't have. I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not, but that's because it went missing. And it still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? Oh, sounds good the whole stream. Good. In the complex puzzle that is this case, there is one piece that I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Edgeworth's cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me. But his phone could not be found at the crime scene. Precisely. I expect if we were to find that phone, it would lead to the killer. We won't know until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. Do you know the number? Do you not? I hear they have down where they come from. Louder in here. The ring come from somewhere in here, sir. These no stone turn detective gumshoe must find it. Doesn't seem to be over here. The ring has come from somewhere around here. From in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. It's gotta be the victim's phone. It's whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. Oh, great. That's dumb. Oh, I gotta do that, don't I? So, Mr. Edgeworth, how'd it go? Where did you find the phone? Found in the flight lieutenant's room in Miss Tenero's locker. Hey, okay, Mohammed. I'll talk to you later then. Thanks for stopping by.
Objection!
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in the locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the key card, right? In the same way we have zero proof the killer did just that. The only voice that sings is the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francisco's right, and I can't offer basic conjecture at this point. Alright, why did the culprit take the phone that Ada Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on it or in it.
Hold it!
Hold it! What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to the killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Alright, well, first things first. The LCD, liquid crystal display is broken. Yes, that's what LCD stands for. Ooh! Frances is on cover herself to follow. Thanks for joining the channel. Hope I'm perfect every way. How you doing this fine night? Ooh, I have the camera. Ah, so the camera lens, come to think of it. I wonder, how exactly was Agent plan to preserve the crime scene of smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can I take pictures? You think Agent could take some pictures of this? In particular, pictures as evidence for a smuggling case? If so, I say I'd say there may be some very inconvenient foes in here for a smuggler killer. But the phone's all bust up, sir. I might, if I had the time. I'll find a way, don't you worry about that.
Objection!
The LCDs on the screen on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. That's true. What do you mean by that, Francisca? It looks like killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, which means that the LCD screens are busted. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to mine. Francisca, your phone, if you please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. This is Aiden Hicks. Was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for a smuggling case. Hey, the Alice Red know where to fix her. Ouch, she's right. There's not much we need to find out unless this Agent Hicks killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? No, I got something right here. What's all this? Oh, they are a cargo ship from Bulgaria to Zengfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off of Zengfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes written in Bulgarian. It says, it is cloth in English. Cloth? Could it be? This is where the killer... It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. Uh-oh. He left with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point to who the killer is. Maybe you should force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The beginning card of this piece of evidence will point straight to the killer. Bam.
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe off the blood they had spilt. But there is one thing that bothered me the whole time. Where did it come from? And now, I finally found my answer in this very picture photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zengfa had cloth written on it. In Bulgarian, that is. And where the killer, this is where the killer grabbed a piece of cloth to clean the blood with. That's right, the killer was someone who could read and understand Bulgarian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meal. Objection. Sorry, but I cannot agree with the assessment of this killer's indiscriminate nature. There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Bulgarian, well then, logically the killer would have opened this box first. The one that literally screams bed sheets. Hey, it says bed sheets in English right in the box, sir. Precisely, and bed sheets be perfect clean of blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were a criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would spot it first. However, the killer chose some Bulgarian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of crime was this cargo hold. So they are afraid to leave signs that the box for sheets have been opened. However, the Bulgarian cloth, well, that's a horse of different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Zengfa. That's right. That's why the cloth is used. And the only Bulgarian marine on board who can make such a calculated decision is you, counting you and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm that any of the boxes were resealed. All we have to do is contact the Zengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to commit our killer within those boxes. So wait a second, Miss Kim, why confess to a crime here and now? Or would you rather wait, see what we find out for investigating Zengfa? That's one shot? That's a little bright, isn't it? I pushed a snapshot button. He was the airpole. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. And down the detective went. The agent went. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now, hoping to get more out of her there. Whenever we approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. There's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Really? It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Either he's gonna spray paint it like I did with my suitcase ages ago, or he'll just pass it to Gumshoe. Remember, we here at Go You Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, was it fun. Speak for yourself. My day is filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Moncard's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? Franziska? I'm just gonna play out, that's all. Cause I'm just checking a few things here. Alright. I got ready to raid. I wouldn't say he was invincible. The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggler route we found this time was only one the lever of the big picture. It's not like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Very true. Where do you think the name Kingdom and Link come from? I don't want to read backwards. Plus, there is A-N-O-T. another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent? He's the star among Interpol agents that had the highest successful arrest. Right. Who knows? Maybe even run into him one day. I'll simply cop in this one case. I had to see why I crossed paths. I suppose. But I doubt he'd say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be back in the country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. I feel so bad for a flight crew has to deal with that whip of hers. I really hope they put in a lockbox and cargo. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, nothing, sir. I'm just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Just how much did you cut your salad to tell her by Francisca? I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road and do a show call if you want. Don't make me remind you to have safety first. Thus, I saw my first case upon my arrival home. Francisca had gone Carmel, the son of which she was after. The leader of that ring had already put this trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known throughout the next incident. Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally, I called you who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Ah, have you got my voice, my boy? Mr. Amano? Ernst Amano, correct? Aha, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. Well, that's a cliffhanger. Thank you very much. And that ends chapter 2. Turbo Airlines awarded. Now, because I don't have as much time as I want tonight, I have to call here. So let's see who I can raid. So first thing first, we go to there. I pop this. Actually, I pop this. Take this. Put it down here. Hit the big raid button. Go follows only. And then hit the big old tablet button. Tablet, there you are. Alright, let's see who's rating. Playing out. Gerd doing Mario Party, which is always a fun day in a book. Haven't rated him in a while, actually. Tech Gamer, I think I rated him last time. Let's do Gurg. He's only been alive for an hour 15 minutes. Probably enough. Probably for like half a game right now. So let's do that. Tablet off. Let me just check. Let me just double check that naming. Trying to do multiple things here. That's all. All right. So raid. It's Gurg _ Got it. All set. Wait, sorry, wrong spot. Chat B. Okay, all set. All right. That's it for me tonight, guys. If you haven't done so, or if you're watching this on a VOD or this on YouTube, drop a follow on my Twitch channel. Links are in the chat. Or in my descriptions. It's the easiest way to go. I have 3 offline accounts: a Twitter, a Discord, and a YouTube channel. Give all 3 areas a look when you get a chance. The Twitter/X, that's for my for schedule updates, go live, and thank yous. Discord is my master chat system. So if you guys want to have a question that needs IT help, or just want to chat with me or voice chat with me, because I'm working on getting that set up at some point. I just need more people to interact with. Drop in there and say hi. I respond better when I talk. So if you guys want to talk to me something, just drop in. Then finally, my YouTube channel is my master volleyball. I'm trying to get all my current stuff to go from private to public, but I only want to do it like once a day. So On days I don't stream, that will go a lot faster. All right, so with that said, we're gonna rate this Gurg playing some Mario Party Jamboree. So I hope I see you guys tomorrow when we play some more Mega Man Battle Network 4. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.